Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live session right here. Houston's TejanoHits.com and the Keith Leal radio show. That's right, guys. Thank you so much if you're tuning in right now. Share the live, please, guys. Share the live wherever you may be watching from. And don't forget, guys, right now, we're going to bring them on stage right here. They're here with us right now. We've got a brand new single that's out right now, a debut single that just hit the airwaves around the state of Texas and beyond. All right, guys, from a group from out of Dallas, Fort Worth, in the Metroplex area, guys. Check this out. I want to introduce these two guys right here, Mr. Mark A. Flores, también also Michael Perez from Tejano Outlaw Band, guys. That's right. Shell Shock Records recording artists, man. These guys are right here on the show, right here with Keith Leal here on the on Houston's TejanoHits.com, of course, our live Facebook page. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome. It's great to have you guys on here. You know, we were just touching bases here before the show, and to get things underway right here. We were talking about the brand new single that you guys have out right there, and it's amazing. We're going to get to the song, though, during the live interview, guys, here. So if you guys have not heard the song, we're actually playing it every hour here on Houston's Tejano Hits, or here in H-Town, guys. So if you haven't heard it, you will hear it every hour. If you like it, you're going to tune in. You can tune in whenever you want. You will hear it, and guaranteed every hour for 1 week. All right. These are the featured artists of the week right here on Houston's TejanoHits.com. So let's get this interview underway. We got these guys here, and they want to share a little bit about their story. Tejano Outlaw Band out of the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex area, guys. So welcome once again to the show, and whoever wants to kick it off with how everything got started for you guys, man. Back in 21 is when it started, of course.
Yeah. Mike, do you want to go, or you want me to go? No, so we actually started, 2021, Keith. So it actually started as a duo. Me and the guitar player, we would go and hang out with some friends of ours. A friend of his actually had a lake house out there in Lake Worth, and we would just do like acoustic stuff in the backyard and the patio, and we just it started from there. And then next thing you know, we joined a band locally. And we started to get some response, and then we're all seasoned musicians. So, I know Mike's been playing, a long time, and, I've sang with several other bands and whatnot, but never started anything on my own. And, next thing you know, we put a band together, you find the right musicians, and,
of course,
I wanted to get that vibe back from back in the day, from back when Tejano was hitting big, the 90s and whatnot. I wanted to get that feel. So we're a cover band, started as a cover band. And I mean, we still do those, but
of course,
like I said, now we have the original, but the response was just, it was overwhelming. It was like, wow, okay, we're onto something. Cause and we like to do stuff that people makes them feel good. And I Mike can attest to this. We'll look at each other and like, wow, they're, look at all these people dancing, so, so it just, went from there, and, then one gig led to another gig, another phone call that, hey, can you do this wedding? Can you do the quinceañera? Can you do the showcase? Can you do this? And I mean, it was funny. Mike and I were talking
from there.
Yeah, just blossom. And, we're thinking, like, when we're doing the photo shoot with Shelly, we're Thanksgiving weekend, we're like, like in the movie, The Wonders. You ever see that movie, The Wonders?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Where he's like, how did we get here? That kind of thing.
Yeah. It was just all unfolding for you guys, man. So that you had to pinch yourself and to make sure that it was for real. It was happening. You know what I mean? So we hope felicidades, man. Congratulations. Once again, on your accomplishments this far. You know what I mean? Again, back in 21 when it all started for you guys, and now a debut single. And we're going to talk about the song too, because it's amazing. It's the songwriter, the producers, and all that stuff in the background. Obviously, yes. So you guys are becoming a fan favorite there in the Dallas Fort Worth area. There's no doubt about that. You know what I mean? And one of the most promising acts in the Tejano scene. So if you guys haven't checked them out, man, you're going to want to check them out when they're in your neck of the woods, and you're going to hear a lot more. Trust me, from these guys right now. Tejano Outlaw Band. All right, once again out of Dallas, Texas, man. So man, that is amazing, dude. I mean, what you guys have accomplishing just once. I heard the clip, on social media when it was being promoted as, dropping soon and whatnot. I could not believe what I heard. I was like, wow, this is the way Tejano music should sound. It's awesome, man. It is a great song. También as well. Arrangements, everything about it is just killer. It kicks ass. There's no doubt about that. So Mike, I know Mike's waiting in the wings up there to say something right there, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Hey, just to give you some behind the scenes things. So when Mark was, getting the band together, he went through different musicians and such. And so I ran across Mark through the local scene, played with him as he sang with other bands.
Uh-huh.
And and then one day he called me up. He goes, "Hey, we're looking for a keyboard player," back 3 years ago. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm available. I'm looking to have a home, right?" Because I played with other bands locally, like Ray Reina and Presión and other
Okay.
bands. And so I was really looking for a home. And so when I hooked up with Mark, I was like, "Mark, what do you want to do with this? Where do you want to go with this?" He goes, "Well, right now, let's start with a cover band. Let's get ourselves established more so under our feet. I'm pretty much established, but we really want to, bring some entertainment to Dallas Fort Worth area." And so, yeah, and one of the things, one thing led to the next. We got a really great group of musicians, and being that music director, you need that,
Yeah.
those musicians that are passionate just like you are, and the other, the guys. And I know Mark will pretty much introduce everyone to your internet radio.
Mm-hmm.
But and then as we did that, it just snowballed from there. And then Mark really worked hard to try to connect. Right, we have a lot of people that we're interacting with. He's connecting, he's networking, and that's when Shirley came along. And so Mark took the dive and said, "Hey, let's go for an original. That's our next step," and that's where it led to today. So yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
And Keith, if I could just say real quick, I mean, the band really took off when Mike came in the band. I mean, nothing against, the other keyboard players when we had some good, but, I was after Mike for at least a year before that, but he was just in demand, right? So, man, once he got in the band and I was like, "Mike, you do the product and, it'll work, we took off. And I got to give Mike props for that because his arrangements, the way he molds and seasons, our other musicians, that's what, I think that's what kind of sets us a little bit apart, but yeah, So thank you, Mike.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's definitely a family. The guys are just as passionate, very professional, and it's just a great group of guys to work with, I will say.
That's awesome. That is awesome right there. And again, guys, we're talking to a couple of guys here, talking to Mr. Mike Bettis. I mean, I also got just Mark Flores. I'm in from Tejano Outlaw band, guys. All right, so I got to get that name, because it's going to be a name that's going to be around for a while. You know what I mean? That's definitely something that you're going to hear on a lot of your local radio stations, internet radio stations around. And don't forget Shell Shock Records. Okay, guys, the single is out, and we're going to hear that single here in just a few short minutes. So if you guys are watching, let us know where you're watching from también. Okay, we definitely would like to know where you're watching from. I know we've got a few people that are already tuned in here. Let's see, we got Virginia. She is watching from it's the Garden City, Kansas as well. Saludos. Thank you so much. Yes. And also, and yes, Houston's Tejano Hits is online. Yes, definitely online. You can Houston's Tejano Hits.com. It's available on the app as well, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, different. Para Mary Cruz, hey, she says, hey, saludos, Mary.
Hello, Mary.
Hello, Mary.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, and definitely share the live, guys, wherever you may be watching from. These guys got a brand new, we're talking about their debut single, all right? So again, you guys got back started in 21. Mr. Mark, give me a rundown on your bandmates, all the guys in the band.
Yeah, well, of course, you got Mike Bettis, keyboards. We've got on percussion, we've got Esteban Arizola, originally from Lansing, Michigan. Now makes his home in the Crowley, Fort Worth area. On guitar, Oscar Aguirre from Fort Worth, Texas. On bass, Mr. Jesse Oka, Haltom City, which is right there in Fort Worth. Accordion, Mr. Robert Bettis. Man, this guy, this accordionist, Robert, he's what can I say? He's an old school cat, but man, he can play, right, Mike? I mean,
yeah.
He's from San Benito. That I'll tell you right there, from San Benito, Texas.
San Benito, that says it all right there, right?
Yeah, so, and went to high school in Harlingen and whatnot. So yeah, he used to play with oh man, who was it?
Steve Jordan.
Steve Jordan.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
So we're really happy to have him, man. He's just he's laid back, like, hey, okay, what do we want? What do we want to do? So.
Yeah.
And then on drums, we've got Mr. Tony Ibarra, TY, our drummer.
A drummer.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, and
So
that makes it up.
that makes it up right there. And of course,
7 of us.
I believe Michael Pettis up there is a keyboard player, guys. If you can tell right behind him, his background there,
Yeah.
he's got keyboards galore. I just thought I'd add that in there, right, guys? But yes, man. So yeah, that's that makes up the. What's that?
I work from home, my studio, you name it, it's all everything.
It's all hey, there you go. Yeah. That's awesome, man. So, and the guys again, you're available for for bookings. Obviously, yes, you got your debut singers. You guys been doing it 21, so you're performing and whatnot. You're hitting there huge there in Dallas. You guys are a fan favorite. You definitely want to expand. I'm sure that's why you took this next step, because you want to take it to a little further. Grow your audience to different audiences and go beyond just the Dallas Fort Worth area. I'm sure, right? I'm sure you probably already have, but with other bands that you guys played for in the past, but with Tejano Outlaw Band, you want to grow it. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we want to bring it to the masses. Bring good, progressive. Like you said, pure, staying true to our Tejano roots music. Definitely.
Yeah, and like I said, you're, probably I would say, you're a strong fit for today's Tejano and regional Mexican audiences. With the music there, it's just keep doing what you're doing, man. Let's get to the song, because I know everybody's out there waiting and they want to hear the song, they want to hear the new single. So it's available again, guys. It came out on radio. It hit radio yesterday. Today it was released on all streaming platforms. The song is entitled Quiero Volver Contigo. But before we get to the song, let's talk a little bit about who wrote the song and producers and all that other good stuff, because I know you got some greats that were behind that as well.
Yeah, so it was produced by Miss Shelly Lattes. So again, kudos to her for believing in us and whatnot. But before I get to that too, I want to also thank our promotions team. Texican Entertainment, Rachel and Ram Ramirez out there from Fort Worth, Burleson area. They were very instrumental in putting us in front of the right people, in front of Shelly. They reached out to Shelly with some video of us and whatnot. And then, like I said, here we are, so,
yeah.
Texican Entertainment and all that Texican team out there. And that's what we're there. The song was written by Jose Rosario.
Okay.
And if you know who he is, he's pretty famous songwriter. So
yes, he is.
So great lyrics. And like I said, music and whatnot was produced by Shelly. And I mean, that was pretty much it. That was the team right there. And then when we met with Shelly, she kind of asked me, hey, what direction do you want to take the band? Kind of like what Mike had mentioned. And I said, Shelly, nothing against what's out there now. I said, but I'm true Tejano, fourth, fifth generation Texan, so I grew up on this stuff. So I want something that's going to bring that nostalgia back. That's going to hit that vibe.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that was the song.
Yeah, and that definitely is the song right here. And we talked about it again before the show. I mean, you guys out there that are tuned in, we're going to play it for you. So stand by, and we'll come back and do some recap, talk a little bit more about the song and what your future plans are as well going forward. What's next and all that other good stuff, guys. So, and we'll get some more info from of course, Michael and Mark here in just a few minutes from Tejano Outlaw Band out of the Dallas area, guys. All right, so check this out. This is the new single. Again, it's streaming on all platforms, guys. All right, so go out there and add it to your playlists. All right, we'll be right back here in just a few short minutes. Take a listen to the song, and if you like what you hear, drop a comment in the box here, guys. These guys would love to hear what you thought about the song as well. All right, check it out.
Amado jamás. Quiero volver contigo, perdóname, amor mío, sin tu amor no vivo, tengo frío cada noche que no estás. Quiero volver contigo, no verte es un castigo, las horas son siglos, ven conmigo, dame otra oportunidad, llamaré una eternidad. Que no estás, quiero volver contigo, no verte es un castigo, las horas son siglos, ven conmigo, dame otra oportunidad. Quiero volver contigo, no verte es un voy a amar.
There you have it, guys. Quiero volver contigo right there. Tejano Outlaw Band. That is their debut single right there, guys. It's out and it's available. And we had some people comment there. They like the song as well. So if you guys like it, to add it to your playlist. It's available on all streaming platforms. Today it was out. So as to search the guys, man. Search them up there on, we're talking about Spotify. Wherever you get your platform, wherever you get your music, on whatever platform it is, ladies and gentlemen, it's there. Okay, so go ahead and search it right there. Tejano Outlaw Band. Quiero volver contigo. And many more hits to come, I'm sure, in the future as well from these guys. So I'm going to send some shout outs right quick. We got some people that are tuned in también also. We're going to send a big shout out going out to us, the kid Barajas también, Priscilla Quintanilla is watching as well. Saludos. Thank you so much. Richard Molina. Saludos. Thank you for tuning in. Sabrina Hernandez as well. Thank you guys for tuning in to the show. Veronica Aguilar as well. And Mr. Slick Rick there from the Dallas area as well, man, from our affiliate there. We're talking about Tejano TV as well. So he's out tuning into the show as well. Saludos, Rick. Thank you for tuning into the show as well. We got the Tejano Outlaw Band with us here tonight here on the Keith Leal radio show here on Houston's Tejano Hits, guys. And yes, man, welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. If you like the song, again, go and get it. It's available. So good stuff, guys, man. Well done as well. So, anything else that you guys want to add on top of that song right there?
Yeah, Mike, I'll let you handle that one.
No, what's interesting is when we went to go do the pictures and the promotional photos and things of that nature. Mark was like, "Hey, Mike, come with me to the studio," and I was like, "Okay, sure, I'll come." And so we went to the studio. They had everything pretty much. It was all recorded. Everything was, and then Shuddy turns and says, "Hey, do you want to add some strings to the song?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." And so one of the things that I've met her once before back in 2000, took a picture, actually still had it. She actually signed it for me. She was very gracious to do that. So 25 years later. So it was full circle there. Yeah. And so she was very easy to work with, collaborative, supportive. I mean, it was, it was a lot of passion, heart. I mean, everything that you want in a musician and a producer, she was all that. And so she gave me the opportunity. I took the opportunity, and then, yeah, that's pretty much a little bit behind the scenes there. And then when Mark went into the studio, we were encouraging him, we were pushing, we were really wanting the best out of him. And he did a fantastic job and putting it all together. And yeah, that's the end results there. So great job on Mark.
Yeah, it took me a little while though, because I mean, and it's funny because Shelly and I kind of, we're laughing. I was like, she's like, I know you can sing. I'm like, Shelly, you got to realize, I mean, I'm singing here in front of a legend here, and and then Mike kind of like, hey, let's take a break here. I was a little intimidated. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you're singing in the booth, and Shelly Ladas is in the control booth, so.
Yeah.
It was a great song, and then so we took a little break. Mike did his keyboard parts, and then we went outside. I took a little breather, and Mike, Mike's always my, Mike's always my, because sometimes I can, be all over the place, being the band leader and whatnot. And Mike's kind of like, okay, hey, let's look at it this way, So, and I love Mike for that. He was like, Mark, you can sing this. I know you can sing. I've heard you sing. You sing all the time. I was like, yeah. He's like, so go back in there and just, knock it out. So, I took a little breather, and then he was like, just sing it from, I'm like, okay, let me just sing it from the heart, and then there it is, So I think it came out really good. So, I mean, if Shelly liked it, after we finished, she was like, I like it. You don't need to do anything else. I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Good. Yeah, there you go. I was going to ask you that. How was it like working alongside this Little Miss Dynamite as well? I mean, you were kind of like feeling intimidated, like you said. That answers the question right there.
Yeah, no, I mean, just because it's Shelly, I mean, that's, you don't get to see that every day. But no, I mean,
right.
Like Mike said, she is so supportive, and, like I said, just very encouraging. And she's like, and we took it, we took each segment, line by line. And then, of course, Mike was kind of making fun of me, not making fun, but, he's like, I noticed you started to get a little bit more confident in the studio. And you're like, no, Shelly, let's go back. I want to do that line again, And they're like, okay, yeah. he's feeling comfortable now. So Shelly was fantastic. She's so, like Mike said, so easy to work with. She's encouraging. She's, such a great mentor. It's like, I thank God every day, for putting us in that situation, So yeah.
Yeah, but once he got back in the studio, and he pretty much knew what he needed to do, and he went through the whole song and recorded it. And like I said, the end result's what it is. And that's one of the things I like about being in this band, is that he is versatile. And one of the things I saw someone write that they saw us live. And one of the things I really try to do as a music director, trying to put the music together, is he's so versatile in his music that we do not only Tejano, we do country, we do cumbias, we do disco, we do a lot of different things. And it goes back to, as I was saying to Mark, you got this, ace it, you got this. And he did just that. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. Sometimes we like to throw a little rattlesnake at people, like we did at our last show. We threw a little guitars and Cadillacs, Dwight Yoakam. Like, people were like, holy crap, wow, you guys can do that too. Like, we like to mix it up,
Of course. That's why you guys are a fan favorite. You know what I mean? I know people want to go out there to check out a show, and they're not just going to hear just Tejano. You're going to, everybody throws their mix in there as well, because there's a country and Tejano style music go hand in hand when you're out there in a club or ballroom, wherever the case may be. You know what I mean? So there's no doubt about that, man. That's pretty cool. Go ahead.
They go the talent again and the other musicians, right? Because yes, you can have a lead singer to do the combination of Oscar, Jesse, and everyone else, Ty and Esteban and Robert. That makes a big difference to do that type of work and style. So
yeah, awesome. So the song, guys, the debut single that you have out now, you guys have a plan or any plans or any talks right now of shooting a video for that song in the future? Is there something that y'all talked about yet, or doesn't it even cross your mind?
No, I mean, we've kind of dabbled with it. We haven't really like solidified, because kind of like the single came out and whatnot. So it's kind of like, we're like, oh, okay, here we go, but no, definitely that's something that we would like to do. We're going to probably, talk about it, this week. We have rehearsal actually Sunday. So getting ready for a show next Saturday.
All right.
Yeah. And we've also, looking at coming out with like an outlaw country song, as our next maybe follow up, just to show our versatility and whatnot.
Okay.
And yeah, just to get to a full, the goal is to get to a full album. And really
of course.
put something out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that sounds even better. So I would probably just put the video on the shelf for now and focus on just create more music, as you go forward, and maybe somewhere down the middle, before you get at least half the album done, a video will come along. Who knows? But I mean, your main focus is getting some music out there as well, I'm sure. So I mean, a lot coming at you all at once for you guys. You know what I mean? It's unfolding and it's happening. So buckle up. You know what I mean? Because you guys you're in for the ride. You know what I mean? So it's gonna start happening, man. So you guys, I mean, again with your music, I'm gonna send a shout out to Sabrina Hernandez. Yes, she says hello as well. Who's watching the show también? Got Hilda Peña también who's tuned into the show. Saludos, Hilda. Thank you for tuning in as well right here. And Mr. Rick Rodriguez also has got something to say here. It says, how you doing, Keith? What's up, Mark? I like the song. Sounds great. Mr.
Great.
Slick
Rick from Slick Rick. Okay, yeah.
Yes, Slick Rick from Tejano to the Bone. There you go.
Yeah,
I thought
that was him.
Yeah.
How you doing, Rick?
Rick, yes, saludos. Good guy, man. He says, he wanted to know, yes, the question he had, también also, when's the video coming out? For Tejano TV. He's also doing things there with the Tejano TV as well. So, yeah, great guy, man. Awesome. No plans yet, Rick. There's some talks, so just stand by, and I'm sure these guys will let you know when that happens as well. Love, and Mary Cruz says here, I love that you all put your twist on the songs you perform. Makes it unique. Makes it unique, yeah. And she's the one that said she saw you guys live earlier in the comments she had as well.
Oh, thank you, Mary.
Yeah, I'm glad they appreciate that. We do try to change things up when it's music that's played live. So I'm glad. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
And Rick, one more question, or one more. Just here, I knew you had it in your mark representing the DFW. There he goes, Mr. Slick Rick. Thank you, brother. Thank you for tuning in, man. So, anybody else out there that's watching, that's viewing the show, share the live. We want you to share the live as well, wherever you may be watching from. También, everybody on our YouTube channel as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and our podcast channel as well. Thank you so much right there. So, how do you guys prepare for a show when it's time to get out there? I mean, is there any things that you guys like to do prior to the show?
Well, Mike, just for example. What we try to do, and going back to the comments, is we do have a set list, right? But we constantly try to change it so we can bring in other types of styles, other types of music. And so one of the things that we're doing, just as an example, we have a 10-song list that we want to play, send it out to the guys. They do their homework at home, practice, right, and get it down. So we have rehearsal coming in, Sunday. So we do rehearse Mondays and sometimes Thursdays, and they come in. We work through the songs. We figure out what we're going to do. What changes do we want to create? And we actually collaborate. Everyone collaborates.
Okay.
And then once we do that, we come back and circle back again. We try to take out the kinks. And so that's one of the examples that we just send the songs out. Everybody agrees with what we're doing. Then we do the rehearsals at practice, tinker with it, and then we end up having the end product, and we perform it live.
There you go. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, not too many bands out there can say that. Everybody has their thing, but that's, and trust me, I've heard a lot of them out there. So there's, so yeah. Let me get this right quick. Lupe Longoria Munoz también. It says, hope all is well, gentlemen. Much love, Lupe and Sunflower Rodriguez from Hot Tejano as well. There's some other great friends of ours as well, too.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys.
Thank you.
Saludos, Lupe. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Yeah. So, anyone that's out there that's in the industry right now that you guys have been a big fan of, that's currently actually doing something in the scene that you guys would like to collaborate with going forward?
Oh man, hey,
tough question.
I'm pretty much any artist that wants to collaborate. I'll be more than thrilled. I mean, we've opened for some acts. When we first started to take off, Keith, we opened for Chente Barrera in Fort Worth. We did the Houston rodeo 2-3 years ago. We opened for La Fiebre.
Okay.
I mean, Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's and we were just having a we loved it. It was and they were liking
Yeah.
our stuff. They were, even though we were playing stuff that people wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were loving it. So yeah,
That's
no,
awesome.
open to any artist. I mean, right, Mike?
Yeah, yeah, we
And
definitely.
then again, these guys are no stranger to music. These guys have got some years under their belts. I mean, as a group, as Tejano Outlaw Band, they've formed back in 21. But these guys have been in the business for some time. They know their stuff. You know what I mean? We're not to say that this is a brand new. It's a brand new band. I mean, you would say it's not. I mean, it's still what about 3 to 4 years old now. Going around on that right now.
Yeah,
So
4 years.
yeah, 4 years. So, they're still fairly, I would say new to the scene, but they've been around. They're not some band that just jumped together and just up there playing something and noise on the stage or anything like that. They're very
Not really.
talented musicians all the way around. And he's explained that earlier during the interview as well. A lot of great group of guys, that have been performing with them, have performed in the past with a lot of greats también. So it's one to look out for, guys. I mean, these guys are on the rise, should I say, right here. Tejano Outlaw Band right there from Dallas, Texas. So if anyone wanted to book you guys, who's got those digits for the folks out there?
Yeah, no, they can call me directly. And just I mean at 817-657-0040, or they can reach out to the Tejano Outlaw Band Facebook page
Okay.
through our messenger, whatnot. Don't have an actual website, just because that's another thing having to deal with, I guess. But I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
probably need to get one. But we have TikTok, we have Instagram, that kind of deal. But Facebook Messenger on our actual band page. So yeah, just reach out to us, and they'd be happy to talk to you, for your event.
For sure. And y'all you guys do everything, right? From quinceañeras, divorce parties, weddings, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, these guys are open, to get up there on stage and perform at your next event. So yeah, give them a shot, man.
Of course, if you visit the Facebook page, you'll
Mhm.
see some live music. So there's live shows that we've done that are recorded on there from different views, different
Okay.
cameras.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
good, some bad, but it's all the same. So it's live. How about that? But
Yeah.
yes, please visit the page, scroll through it, and you'll see some live music there, and see what we're about. Yes, Mark, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, one of the things I love about Mike, Keith, is that we kind of do the I like to call it our after action review.
Mhm.
Mike films our shows live, and so does our
Okay.
percussionist. But Mike, has his camera, and then we after the show we come back and we listen to it and we're like, okay, hey, hey, how can we do this better? So we really try to strive to put the best product out there by doing. I used to be in the military, so it was one of those after action review type deals that we like to do. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, what
Okay.
went well, what didn't work. So, and it's really, I feel like it's really elevated us, So
Yeah. Yeah, going forward, I mean, it sounds like something that you guys have, I mean, being out there, like I said, again, you go back after the show and whatnot, whether it be the end of the night or the next day or whatnot, take a look at the video and whatnot and see what you can change or what you can do different to make it sound better. And I think that's very important, for the fans out there, for you guys, because this is your craft, you know what I mean? You guys are building something, and you don't want it just to go out there and just, and we left that on the table. No, we're going to bring something better next time we come around, or it's going to be different. And that's awesome, man. And I respect that, you know what I mean? I'm just a radio jock, but I mean, when I go out and see bands perform, you know what I mean? It's, you pay good money, sometimes it just depends on where you go, you know what I mean? You pay a decent amount of money, you want to hear a decent band, but there's some out there that, charge a pretty good penny, but then, wow, what the heck happened? You know what I mean? I mean, it could be just a sound guy at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It was just a little off or whatnot. There's many of those out there in the industry as well. So, but what you guys are doing right there to make it, for your fans, you know what I mean? Again, you're continuing to grow and you're going forward, and 4 years into it, I mean, that's pretty awesome that you guys are adding that right there. I mean, going back and regrouping, seeing what you can do different, and then make it better for the next show out there for all the folks. That's awesome, man. Congratulations to you guys on that.
I like what you said about the sound engineer, and I'll let Mark introduce him to, because we've gone through sound engineer, and we have good ones, right?
Yeah.
Some come and go, and we're appreciative of whoever does that for us, because that's a big part of our music as well. because we can sound great, but if the sound is not there, we could sound like a garage band. So, but the ones that we've worked in the past, we've always appreciated. And, and as we continue, and then today's sound engineer, Mark, if you want to introduce them and make a shout out to them.
Yeah, no, of course. I was just thinking the same thing. So we're with our sound engineering team I actually went to high school with him. We graduated together. And he took that path of sound engineer when Richard Winninger and Roger Jackson. Richard, he's done sound for some of the big country acts and whatnot. He worked for a company, and he was doing sound for Alan Jackson and running the monitors for Red Hot Chili Peppers, that kind of stuff. But ran into him back where I'm from, and reached out to him. He's like, yeah, man. He goes, I went out on my own. I'm trying to establish. He goes, and I've been watching your band. He goes, let's work together, So yeah, he's with Raw Sound and Lighting, and it's really cool the way he named it because his name is Richard A. Winninger, so he just used his initials as the company name. So shout out to Richard and Roger, our two sound engineers teams that they go in, they set us up, and they make us sound good, So and Mike can attest to that,
Yeah. Mike, yeah.
Well, they're pretty much, even if we give suggestions, they're not, oh no, you're a musician, we're here, we do our job. No, they're not like that. They're more than happy. They're like, what do you think? Where can we improve? Where can we bring your style into this? Because, country, Tejano, it's different. And so they're very open to feedback, and we need that. So it's much appreciated. Much appreciated.
That's some good stuff right there, guys. So yeah, you touched on that, with going forward with the sound engineer. So yeah, I mean, it brings up a good point. You know what I mean? A lot of people out there, they do have that issue, but stick to what you're doing. Stick to your guns, guys. You're on the right path. The music is great. Your first, your debut single right now, which is already out in the market, guys. So again, if you're out there watching the show and you like the song that you heard, again, it's available. It just was out. It just came out today, Friday. And it's out on all digital platforms. So go out there, stream it, add it to your playlist, and take it wherever you go, guys, man. We're talking about the Tejano Outlaw Band, okay? And the name of the song is Quiero Volver Contigo También, all right? So look them up, all right? It's there. Okay, and more music to come. So going forward, guys, what are your plans, going forward? This is your first song right now, so you're going to let it sink in, obviously, for a little while like that. So any plans to get back into the studio? You got a future date set, or, a couple of months, 3 months, 6 months?
Yeah, well, I mean, my goal, and actually I had to talk with Mike, but I mean, we're on the same page. But yeah, no, my goal is to, let this single, get to the masses, let everybody hear it. But yeah, I'd like to. My goal is for the band, for us to go back in March or April, and really, like I said, I really like to see about maybe getting a country tune, a real outlaw country type song, and then now we've got our foot in regional country radio and Tejano radio, so the best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. Yeah. Yep. You took that words right out of my mouth. So yeah, that's going forward, man. So some big plans. We'll definitely keep that in mind as well for going forward to look for a new single in the future. But right now, it is being played and it's being streamed here on Houston'sTejanoHits.com every hour, guys. So you'll be able to hear that song. So definitely tune in as well. And I appreciate you guys once again, for taking the time here to join us on the show. Do you guys have any future like shows that are coming up there within the area? Are you guys going to be at anything that you want to share with anybody out there?
I gotta get to my phone, but do you have it in front of you, Mark? There's a couple things.
Well, I mean, I've got them memorized pretty much, but
you memorize that. Yeah.
No, that's fine. So we have a private engagement next Saturday, and then we'll be in Dallas for Valentine's Day for a public dance out at I believe it's Robbie's place there. We'll be doing the Mesquite out in Mesquite, Texas. We'll be with Elsa Garcia, Texas Latino. I believe it's Desperados, and one more group, and it just failed me. But yeah, we're in good company with those guys. We're doing the Tejano Fest out there in Mesquite in April 11th. So if you're in the Mesquite, Dallas area, April 11th, we'll be doing that. And in between all that, we have private engagements, weddings, quinceañeras, that type of deal. So
Of course.
but we post all our all our shows on Facebook, and Instagram. So yeah, check us out, and we post them on there.
There you go. So where, I mean, if so, you're on Facebook. What is your handles? Can you give the handles out to those that are out there that want to follow you? I know the Tejano Outlaw Band is the one you have on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, like you said, you were on TikTok and también you were on Instagram as well. Same handle, just under Tejano Outlaw Band.
Well, Instagram is going to be Mark Flores _ Tejano Outlaw Band.
Okay.
And then Facebook is just my name, Mark A. Flores.
Okay.
And you'll see it. And then Mike, I guess, go ahead. Yours is.
I have Facebook under Michael Perez, so that's pretty much what I have.
Okay, cool. So look them up, guys. The names are on the screen. You can always go back and watch the show as well. And if you guys want to get familiar with, the band, or you can book them for a future date or whatnot, again, you can reach out to them on Messenger as well under Tejano Outlaw Band there on Facebook. And they'll be more than happy to return your call and whatnot, and try to work something out with you guys for a future date. So let's give them a call if you like what you hear and you're interested and you're out there looking for a band for whether it be a wedding, quinceañera, backyard barbecue, whatever the case may be, man. These guys are available for all your events as well, and in any club or any venue out there, opening act or headliners and whatnot. You guys are going to be out there headlining pretty soon, I'm sure. There's no doubt about that, man. You guys are on to something. So again, congratulations. Shell Shock Records, guys. The new single, Quiero Volver Contigo, is out. Okay, so go out there and get it. Rick says he's going to be debuting the song tomorrow on his show between 3 and 6 on Tejano to the Bone. So you guys can tune into my buddy right there, Mr. Rick Rodriguez, también tomorrow on his show. All right, there you go. Appreciate you, Rick. Thank you so much. Hello from Grupo Entrego también, who's tuned into the show as well.
Oh man, I'm a big fan of theirs. Thank you, guys.
West Texas, West Texas area. Great guys también as well. Great music as well. Saludos. Thank you, Jose. Thank you for tuning in. And all right, guys. So any shout outs, any special shout outs to any family members, any friends out there that you think you want to touch with before we get off? Because I know they're going to say, hey, you didn't say nothing, you didn't mention my name.
Right.
And it happens. Trust me, it happens.
Mike, go ahead, man.
I have so many, so I'll just say shout out to the Pettis, the Alonzos, my mom, of course, my dad, and I have a large family, so friends as well. Just wanted to say a shout out to them, and also to you, Keith. Thank you again for inviting us and welcoming to the radio, and we really appreciate that. And every hour, the singles coming out, and so we appreciate that too, and pushing, and like I said, working and having people to help support you is very important. So definitely we'll support you, and we appreciate the support you're giving us.
No problem. The door is always open, guys. You're welcome back anytime. We'll be looking for more music in the future as well. You can come on back anytime in the future. If you're ever in the Houston area, give us a ring come on and do a live interview, live in studio. If you guys ever, in the area, feel free to hit us up. We'll definitely welcome you guys with open arms, man, right here. So we don't shut the door on anyone. We love it that there's so much new music that's out, and we're trying to get to where it's at. That's one question before I do let you guys go right there. What's your current, on the state of Tejano music and where it's at today and where it's going? What are your thoughts? Either one can answer first.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. But I will say that new music is coming out, so I'm always excited about that. At one time it was different, right? It wasn't a lot of radio stations. Internet has definitely helped with it. New music coming out with artists such as Jay, Moss, and they weren't just stopping; they were continuing to create music. So that gives us hope. And then even with new artists coming out and making music, that brings definitely some excitement that it's going to continue. So. Yeah. I feel optimistic about it. How about you, Mark?
No, I do too. I mean, I feel optimistic. Like I said, I'm just, I love all the music that comes out, and then there's different, styles and whatnot. But I'm optimistic. The pure Tejano, I feel we're slowly making a comeback, I guess, for lack of a better term. I'm a traditionalist. I like that pure Tejano sound, progressive sound. nothing wrong with what's coming out. I know there's people like cumbias and all that, and that's great. That's a different style, but I'm staying true to my roots. I grew up on the David Lees, on the Joe Posada, on the that kind of stuff. So and of course I appreciate all the other music too. I love mariachi. I love norteño. Tejano norteño. But like I said, Tejano music, we just got to keep going and not give up and just keep carrying the torch. And don't let pure Tejano die, I guess is for lack of a term. But I'm like Mike. I feel optimistic. It's just keep putting good music out, and
for sure.
You'll let the people decide.
Yeah. Yep. Facts. There it is right there. You heard it from the guys right here from Tejano Outlaw Band, guys. Again, thank you so much. God bless you guys. You guys be safe, and we hope to see you guys very, very soon out there in your neck of the woods or in the H-Town area también. Guys, this right here, if you're watching, again, stream it. Tejano Outlaw Band, Quiero Volver Contigo. It's out on all digital platforms, man. Shell Shock Records. It's available. Stream it. Add it to your playlist. It doesn't get any better than that, guys. All right. So again, guys, thank you so much. We hope to hear from you guys very, very soon. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Keith.